guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about speed and how to improve your speed as a nail tech. This could be for beginners or advanced nail techs when you just want to speed up the process or find tips and tricks to help you get your clients in and out as quick as possible while still giving them pretty nails. When I first started out, I was taking upwards of around 3 hours to do any set. It didn't matter if it was pretty fancy like this one or very simple with just one solid color, short. It didn't matter. It was still taking me 2 to 3 hours. Now I've been doing nails for about 3 years and I've gotten it down to an hour and an hour and a half. Rarely is it ever over 2 hours. That's maybe if it has like a lot of 3D stuff. So stay tuned for the video where I'll be dropping my gems and how I went from 3 hours to an hour and a half. So my first tip for you guys would be to set up before your appointment. This could be through just setting up the tools you need, but I also take it a step further and I'll usually message my clients or have my clients let me know what they kind of have in mind for their set, and I'll take out the charms, take out the colors, and have everything close to my workstation. This ends up saving a lot of time because you're not getting up to look for it while you're with your client and just having them wait there. This helps with knowing you have the right tools you need, and then this also helps you to jump into their nails right away. For this set here that I did, it took me about an hour and a half, and I didn't have to get up from my chair at all. Okay, so the next tip I have for you guys would be to use tools that work best for you, or just tools that you know how to use, what you're comfortable with and familiar with. And I know this one seems like pretty common sense, kind of like a dumb tip, but using what you're familiar with or what you're comfortable with and just experimenting on your own time, like not when you have a client, to get familiar with something will save you a lot of time. Like let's say you have a client who wants a specific design but you've never done it before. To save you and your client time, maybe do a trial run on your own. If you're using a new acrylic powder or something, maybe do a couple practice beads on your own to see how long it takes to set and dry. For me, when I first started out, I was using a 12 brush, and then I kind of realized like that's too small for me. I found like the acrylic would lay lumpy. And then through experimenting on my own while doing my own nails, I started using bigger brushes, and now I use size 16 or 20 depending on the day and how I'm feeling. In this video here, I'm actually using a 16. Some tools that I like to use because they save a lot of time are pre-shape tips. I prefer to work with no C-curve tips because most natural nails don't have that much of a curve. Unless the client requests it, then I'll use like C-curve nails. I also like using diamond bits for cuticle prep and then carbide bits for after application when I'm sealing the cuticles. Okay, so the third tip I have for you is about application. The tips I'm going to share are just pretty general tips that will help make your application smooth and quicker. So first off, having the room set at the right temperature, not too cold because acrylic takes longer to set when it's cold, and not too hot because it sets too quickly. Having enough monomer in your little dish, but also not too much so you're dirtying the monomer with the acrylic. Making sure that you're wiping your brush so it's not getting stuck in the bristles, and also using like products that you're familiar with. I love Young Nails because I find it's very easy to work with, it's moldable, and it doesn't dry super quick. Also, if your client is like requesting Frenchies or any design that can be done with gel, it's normally quicker to draw on the design with the gel or do it with the gel over the acrylic. And then this will also save you time if your client does come back for fills. That way you don't have to completely remove the nail or file down super thin to do a new set. You can just remove the gel design and then go ahead and do a new design. And finally, when actually doing application, you don't necessarily need to count beads, but a good reference for how you're placing your beads to speed up your timing would be to place your first bead where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, and make that bead go all the way down to the tip or the end of the nail. Doesn't matter what the length is, that's just a rough guide. That helps with structure so you won't have to do so much shaping in the end. Then you want to place your second bead right above the first bead that you had just placed at the nail tip, and then that will build your apex. And then Usually I just do 3 beads, but the next bead after that would be the cuticle bead, and you would do it a little on the wetter side, and it would be a smaller bead. And then obviously you can go in and build up the nail if you need to, but that's just how I do my application. Let me know if you guys would like to see a more in-depth tutorial on how I do my application and bead placement and all of that. Okay, now we're going to talk about shaping. This is my 4th tip for you guys. So these 2 things are my holy grails. I don't do nails without them. These are mainly for fake nails and nail extensions. Don't use these on natural nails. The 80/80 grit file is super coarse and is perfect for giving you that sharp, crisp shape, so you can literally cut someone with your nails. And then the carbide bit is perfect for removing bulk and then sealing the cuticles to prevent lifting, because no one likes when a pretty set starts to lift. Side note for that last tip, just make sure to season your file so you don't cut your client. Okay, so the 5th tip I have for you guys would be to do a light tidying or clean up after your day or after each client. Although it may be tempting to just get up and walk away, go watch Netflix or relax or lay in bed, it is better to, while you're still up, just quickly take a minute or 2 and put away everything you just used and set up your workspace for the next morning. So the reason I put this in the list is because this just helps with efficiency, putting stuff away or doing a task as soon as it's there. So cleaning up as soon as you're done, even though you're tired, because it's quicker to do it in the nighttime, take a minute or 2. Whereas if you were to have to clean up and set up for an earlier appointment, let's say 8 a.m., you'd have to get up around 7 or 7:30 just to clean up the mess you made or you left from last night. And if you wait until the morning, you might end up doing it in a rush, which could lead to you misplacing items or putting them in the wrong spot. And then this creates a whole bunch of chaos when you need to find that item. Trust me, it's happened to me countless times. That's why I started setting up right after I'm done. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys would like to see next time.